Hello everyone, this is Stephanie. Welcome to another video. So today we're going to open the dollar bead bag and dollar bead box for May 2022. So we'll put the box aside, 2 separate subscriptions, and here's the bead bag. This is $8 a month, and you get 4 strands of 3mm fire polish beads and 4 strands of 4mm fire polish beads. And they're just beautiful. You get 50 beads to a strand, and they're just beautiful check glass beads. Here are, and dollar bead bag subscribers can reorder May items through June 2022 for $1 a strand. So let's get a close up. So here are 3mm, 4mm, 50 beads per strand. I have a coupon code, Bronze2 for $2 off your first bag, box, or anything on their website. So first one up, dark pink, 3mm, and that's like a beautiful carnation pink. Isn't that pretty? Love that. Next up is ultraviolet luster. This is interesting. It's really a very violet, it looks like violet hematite. I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but it in person, you see the violet in it. That's cool. And then we have shiny silver satin. And this is, it's a, it's kind of a milky white bead with a shiny silver sort of luster on it. It's always hard to see on camera, this something that's white, because it tends to wash out. I turned my lights down, but it's not really helping that much. It's really very pretty. Matte silver satin, so we have the shiny, and then we have the matte. Again, in person, you see a little more of the silver. 4mm strands, crystal carnation lumi. Now, how gorgeous is that? So when I look at these two together, the dark pink and the carnation, this is just how I always, this is how I store my beads, this is how I choose my beads. I store everything by color, or similar colors and similar, tones and such. So all the pinks, carnation-y colors, I would put together in all different sizes. So if I'm looking for that color, I open a little plastic box and with compartments, and it has all my pinks in it. So I can choose a pink bicone or a pink fire polish or a pink pearl, and it's just, I just love it. That's so pretty together. All right, I'll stop talking. All right, crystal key lime lumi. So very pretty, looks kind of like key lime pie or lemon meringue pie. Very pretty. And then we have matte Aegean blue vitriol, and that's gorgeous. That's a beautiful oceany blue with the vitriol finish. It's a matte bead. Love. And we have matte dark navy or transparent light Montana. So this is the Montana. I love Montana color. Isn't that gorgeous? How sparkly that is. Very pretty. All right, so here you go. Here's your bag, and remember, $8 a month. You have a Bronze2 code. I'm going to clear this off and we'll get a look at the box. Okay, so I've taken everything out of the box, and we have our strands here. Here are our additional beads. I've taken one strand apart, and I'll tell you why in a second. Here's the letter, and I'll just paraphrase it. They're just reminding their members about the Dollar Bead Box Unboxers Facebook group, and it's a great little group. I'll link it down below. I'm a member, and everybody posts their beautiful creations using their beads, and they're very helpful if you have questions and such, so very nice. And here's the list. So we're going to start with the strands, and the first one is 4x8mm check glass 2-hole crescents, and that's the one I took off the strand, because when I was looking at it, it was hard for me to see the crescent shape. So sapphire with purple copper luster, 24 pieces, and look how cute. Isn't that a cute crescent bead? And I love the purple with the copper luster. Beautiful. Next up is a 6x8mm check glass squishy saucer in aqua, 35 pieces. Look at that color. So saturated. It's beautiful. Okay, up next is a 6mm check fire polish bead, and it is teal half bronze, 20 pieces. Look at that pretty color. Wow, gorgeous. Now we have a 6x6mm check glass 2-hole flat silky bead, alabaster white, 25 pieces, and looks like a tile bead. Very cool. I love it just as it is as a bracelet. I would just restring it just this way and maybe put a round, like a little pearl right there, a little or any kind of round bead or round crystal. You can attach it right through the holes here. That makes a great bracelet just as it is. Next up are these Czech bell flowers, and these are great little sort of like bead caps. 5 by 7 millimeter purple with copper wash, 25 pieces. Isn't that pretty? Nice matte purpley color with that copper wash. Again, love that combination. Okay, next up we have this 5 millimeter Czech fire polish bead, crystal swirl rose travertine, 25 pieces. It looks earthy, doesn't it? It looks like it comes from the earth. Very pretty. And then we have a Czech glass tulip, opaque white with copper wash, 15 pieces. This is a 7 by 10 millimeter tulip bead. Very pretty. I love that. The copper wash on it. Isn't that nice? I just love copper. Okay, first up we have this 9 by 12 millimeter vintage Czech glass pinched rectangle in matte lilac, 2 pieces. Now when you're looking at this, it's like, what is that? It looks like a piece of like clay that you squished. So it's just like free form. However, when I look at this, it looks just like sea glass to me. So when you're walking along the beach and you find some sort of rough sea glass, so it's sort of in the process of becoming smooth and shiny, and it's a little rough. You know what I do with these? I would take these, I'd put a head pin through, make a loop through the hole, put a loop on it, make a loop, and then I'd add a bit of chain and an ear wire, and I have these great little dangly earrings that look like I picked them up off the beach. Very cool. I mean, they really are cute. It's hard to tell on camera. Next up is a 16 millimeter Czech glass faceted bicone, ocean green, 1 piece, and this is a big baby. This is beautiful. This is one big bicone. Look at that. That is huge. So a great focal piece. This is what I'm saying, that they have the most interesting focal beads. Just put this at the end of a beautiful chain or necklace that you've made and you want a focal piece right in the center. This is perfect. Okay, next up we have another big bead. This is a Czech fire polish 14 millimeter crystal volcano. And when I first looked at this, I thought, that's pretty. It's okay. But then when I turned it around, hello, look at that fire in there. Is that amazing? I would just put this on a leather cord. I'd maybe put a an eye pin so that you have a loop on either end, and then just put it on a chain. I'm not mesmerized by that, that glow in there. It's like it's on fire. It's beautiful. This is this 5 millimeter brass nugget, 12 pieces. So this is a brass bead, and it looks just like a magatama. It's got sort of one narrow end and one wider end. That's really pretty as a spacer, really a bead spacer. So you put a bigger bead in between. Really pretty. Next up we have a 13 millimeter pewter yin-yang bead, and this is antique silver. You get 2 pieces. Love that. So pretty. Just simple pair of earrings right there. Put on an ear wire and you're done. Okay, next up we have this 14 millimeter Czech glass button bead, purple, 2 ABX. You get 2 pieces, and they're really going to town with the finishes, huh? These are gorgeous. This makes them so special, that finish, doesn't it? That is really pretty. Okay, next is a 8 by 16 millimeter pewter drop. You get 2 of these. These are antique copper. Isn't that pretty? Again, an earring already made, ready to go. You don't need anything else. So cute. Look at that pretty etching on there. Next up are these pretty 6 by 12 millimeter Czech glass tulip beads, matte crystal with burgundy wash. 4 pieces, so a really pretty matte bead and this beautiful burgundy wash, which is got such a nice little sheen to it. Isn't that pretty? Love these. Okay, now we have 8 by 12 millimeter Czech glass tabular rectangles, dark teal. You get 8 pieces, and again, this looks like sea glass. Like you're walking along the beach and you find this beautiful green sea glass. I love sea glass. I love looking for it. I never find it, but this looks just like it. So pretty. Love it. Again, a simple earring. You can put a drop here or just make it a simple earring on a head pin or an eye pin with the drop, and so simple. And you could make yourself a little necklace out of 3 of them and a pair of earrings, and it's perfect. Next up is one of my favorite charms, and this is a 6 by 21 millimeter Tierra Cass Celtic open heart charm, antique copper plate. You get this one piece, and you see the heart in the middle, and you have the Trinity symbol sort of intertwined. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. That is so pretty. And I love tiara casts, my favorite findings. Okay, last but not least, we have a 16 by 20 millimeter pewter leaf. You get 2 of them in antique brass. So I do love this. See how that shine where it's polished, and then you have the antiquing in between and the veining on the leaves. Very pretty. A really, really nice little pair of earrings or necklace. Whenever I see 2 of something, I just immediately think earrings. But really, you can do anything with these. They're so pretty. All right, there you go. Here's the May 2022. Let me pull it down a little bit. Dollar bead box. Push these guys up. Here's your bead bag. So box here, bag below my hands. And what a pretty, pretty box. They're always very pretty, but I think they went a little finish crazy, and I love it. I love the finish on this. I'm like mesmerized by the glow in this bead. It's gorgeous, and this color is stunning. Again, a beach glass color or sea glass color. Sea glass, you know, these little sea glass. I mean, these are so unusual. I like an unusual bead, and these are definitely unusual. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this review of the dollar bead box and dollar bead bag. Don't forget to check the links down below and see if it's right for you. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.